Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Houston Texans. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys responded well to their season-opening loss, winners a week ago. Opposite him on the Texans sideline, D'Amico Ryans. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Number 85. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 20.
2nd and 11. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. He can't get him down. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And an Eagle first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's getting his man in stride, complete. Ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Number 6. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Eagles are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is going against the air attack.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
A gain of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pushing his way through. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
That opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well, this defense for the Eagles much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
33-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun, he'll hand this over. And able to steer clear that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Complete to number 13. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Oh, what a move. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I have no idea how many yards I have. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. Now 2nd and 3.
To number 6. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41.
Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Eagles.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Philadelphia.
They get this out left. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
They'll go with a keeper. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
For the Texans.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and long. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Gain of 9 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
50-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
2nd down pass.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They're going to look to throw. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
At the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and sneak it here. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 19 yards away. And the Texans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, and they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the 31-yard line.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
And an Eagle first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Down at the 20-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Charlie Werner, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Able to slither by. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Texans offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Henry To'o there on the tackle. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9.
At their 49-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They call his number again, it's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Left side, it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First and 10.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. It's a quarterback sneak. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 8-yard line.
Looking to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Here we go on 4th down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. A All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Texans 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. Kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Gain of 6. That's good for the Eagles. First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Eagles.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Number 10. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 50-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Texans down by 13, 2:21 the time left. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Texans 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Third down and 2.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
At the 45-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is Alabama's right around the 10-yard line.
First down and goal to go.
They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The kickoff for Houston.
And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Eagles, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.